Our troops, our American warriors, deserve the credit for this day, but God deserves all the glory. Tens of thousands of sorties, refuelings, and strikes carried out under the protection of divine providence. A massive effort with miraculous protection. In the pitch-black waters of the Strait of Hormuz, one of the most sophisticated maritime direct action missions unfolded with surgical precision. DEVGRU, the elite Navy SEAL Team 6, was tasked with capturing a massive Iranian oil platform that had been converted into a floating fortress. This platform was not just pumping oil. It had become a forward command node for IRGC forces, directing fast attack boat operations, launching armed drones toward international shipping lanes, and serving as a refueling and resupply hub for vessels laying naval mines. Seizing it would deprive Iran of a key operational outpost and send an unmistakable signal that no asset in the strait was beyond reach. The mission demanded absolute stealth, rapid dominance of a multi-level structure at sea, and the safe extraction of intelligence while minimizing damage to the platform's infrastructure for potential future use. The operation originated from a joint task force spread across forward naval facilities. At a secure staging area in the northern Arabian Gulf, DEVGRU Red Squadron operators received final confirmation shortly after midnight. Captain Nathan Cole, a veteran DEVGRU assault leader, convened his assault teams in a reinforced briefing module aboard a forward-deployed amphibious ship. A high-resolution 3D model of the target platform dominated the display, showing its towering drilling rig, multiple deck levels, helipad on the upper starboard side, crane systems, crew quarters, drone launch rails along the port side, and the underwater pontoons where speedboats were tethered. Cole outlined the plan with measured authority. Red Team will secure the helipad and command module. Blue Team clears the lower production decks and drone bays. Gold Team handles the engineering spaces and captures any senior IRGC personnel. We use the tidal flow for approach and maintain total noise discipline until we own every deck. He emphasized timing windows based on radar blind spots, emergency abort signals, and rules for handling civilians working on the platform. The operators asked targeted questions about wind direction, platform sway, and potential counterboarding threats before committing the sequence to memory. Preparation was methodical and exhausted. In the ship's specialized armory, DEVGRU operators suited up in lightweight tactical gear optimized for maritime assault. They tested rebreather systems for silent underwater approaches, fitted suppressors to Mk-18 rifles and MP-7 submachine guns, and loaded magazines with subsonic ammunition. Breaching specialists inspected hydraulic door openers, thermal breaching tools, and low-signature explosives. Snipers zeroed SR-25 rifles equipped with night vision scopes, capable of piercing sea spray in salt haze. Medical teams packed advanced hemostatic agents and portable blood transfusion kits. Communication experts calibrated encrypted mesh networks that would allow real-time coordination between deck teams and overhead support assets. Every operator performed buddy checks, testing zippers, buckles, and quick-release systems multiple times. The atmosphere was one of focused intensity. These were the most experienced maritime operators in the world, treating this platform assault like any other high-threat objective. Loading and insertion followed immediately. Two MH-47G Chinook helicopters from the 161st Source spun up on the flight deck, while a squadron of combatant craft assault boats and rigid-hull inflatable boats, RIBs, were lowered into the water on the well deck. DEVGRU operators boarded in small, tightly organized sticks. Some climbed into the Chinooks with fast rope gear and sniper support kits. Others loaded onto the CCA boats, carrying boarding ladders, grappling hooks, and power descent devices. The helicopters lifted off with minimal noise, flying nap of the sea to avoid detection. The boats accelerated across the dock water, their muffled engines blending with the natural sounds of the Gulf. Overhead were two F-35B Lightning II aircraft from a nearby carrier provided invisible overwatch, their sensors feeding live data to the assault force without breaking radio silence. The approach and boarding phase tested every aspect of DEVGRU's maritime expertise. As the platform loomed out of the darkness, the CCA boats used the current to drift silently alongside the massive support legs. Operators scaled the structure using motorized climbing rigs and carbon fiber ladders, moving like shadows against the steel framework. Simultaneously, the Chinooks hovered briefly over the helipad, allowing fast rope teams to descend onto the upper deck without touching down. Within 90
Owens, multiple entry points were established across 3 deck levels. No alarm sounded. No shots had been fired yet. The capture unfolded with terrifying efficiency. Red Team breached the command module using a combination of hydraulic spreaders and shape charges, clearing corridors with flashbang grenades and suppressed fire. They quickly overwhelmed the IRGC watch officers and secured the main control rooms, preventing any distress signals from reaching the mainland. Blue Team swept the lower production decks, neutralizing armed guards protecting the drone launch rails and capturing several technicians before they could sabotage equipment. Gold Team descended into the engineering spaces, cutting power to non-essential systems while locating and detaining the platform's IRGC commander and his immediate staff. Snipers positioned on the upper crane provided overwatch, eliminating 2 armed fastboats attempting to flee from the pontoons with precise subsonic shots. Throughout the assault, DEVGRU maintained strict noise and light discipline, using hand signals and helmet-mounted infrared markers for coordination. Intelligence exploitation began even as the fighting tapered off. DEVGRU technical specialists downloaded data from the platform's hardened servers, photographed operational maps, and seized encrypted communication devices and drone control laptops. They also secured manifests showing mine-laying schedules and drone swarm patterns targeting commercial shipping. A small group of civilian workers on the platform was quickly screened and moved to a secure holding area for later transfer. With the platform fully secured, the exfiltration and consolidation phase commenced. DEVGRU teams rigged the high-value detainees for safe transport and loaded captured intelligence packages onto the waiting CCA boats. The Chinooks returned for rapid extraction of personnel and sensitive materials. As the last operators departed the upper decks, a small security element remained behind with incoming marine reinforcement teams to hold the platform until it could be fully transitioned, or neutralized as needed. Back at the task force command ship, Captain Nathan Cole received the coded objective secured. Transmission. A wave of quiet professional satisfaction moved through the operations center. The captured IRGC commander and the wealth of intelligence would provide critical insights into Iran's remaining maritime strategy in the strait. As dawn broke over the Persian Gulf, the seized oil platform stood silent under American control. Its towering structure, once a symbol of Iranian reach into international waters, now blew the stars and stripes from the mainmast. The successful DEVGRU operation sent ripples of shock through Iranian leadership. Their floating command node, thought to be untouchable due to its location in busy shipping lanes, had been taken in under an hour with minimal collateral damage. Within hours, the psychological and tactical impact became clear. Iranian fast attack boat activity in the immediate vicinity dropped sharply. Drone launches from coastal sites decreased as operators feared similar precision rates. Most importantly, the first large convoy of international oil tankers, which had been holding position for days, began moving again through the newly secured corridor. Their crews navigating under the protection of American air and naval assets, now bolstered by the captured platform. On the deck of the command ship, Captain Cole gathered his DEVGRU operators for a brief debrief. There were no loud celebrations, only firm handshakes and nods of respect among men who had just executed one of the most complex maritime assaults in recent memory. Cole looked at his team and said quietly, "You took what they thought was theirs. The platform is ours. The lane is open. The mission continues." Far below, the waters of the Strait of Hormuz reflected the rising sun as the first supertankers glided through the channel unhindered. The DEVGRU operators who had scaled the steel legs and cleared the decks in total darkness had delivered a decisive blow. What Iran had weaponized as an offshore stronghold was now a liability firmly in American hands. This lightning capture of the Iranian oil platform marked another turning point in the struggle for the Strait of Hormuz. It demonstrated once again the unmatched reach and precision of America's premier maritime special operations force. The waters that had been choked by threats and mines were beginning to flow freely again, thanks to the silent professionals of DEVGRU, who struck without warning, seized without hesitation, and opened the strait for